Yeah, so can't go live. I don't know what happened with that, but I know what happened. But ain't everybody business. But anyway, anyway, so that's not gonna stop from doing the video. I'm still gonna do the video, but what I intended to go live to share a little bit about my Daniel fast, so I couldn't go live. So so I'm gonna do it like this. Hopefully people want to watch, check it out, and see and hear about my fast. So like I started earlier, but like I was saying earlier, I come from a spiritual family. I mean, I know that a lot of things, like me personally, what I've done, there's no reflection on my, let me say that first of all. Me personally, what I've done is not a reflection of my family or none of that. I've done it. I've done it. Not, I wasn't raised that way. So, but anyway, I just want to say that, you know, I come from a spiritual family, and my mom sent us to church. Sent us to church. I was going there, but I gotta go back to the tax collector's office. But I'm gonna do the video and walk back. I'm over there, but I gotta handle some my license and stuff. I gotta just try to do some stuff. I gotta change my license over. Really, I gotta change it over, but I can't do that right now today. I gotta handle something else. So I'm going back there, but I'm gonna walk down the street, do a video, and go back. So anyway, you can walk with me. You all can walk with me. But anyhow, yeah. So I come from a spiritual family, and my mom used to send us to church all the time. Every Sunday she'd send us to church on the bus growing up, and you know, I've had certain situations in my life. So I know, when I shot it out of my mind that God exists, and so I said that to say, you know, sometimes, well, not sometimes, I lost my way. I lost my way, and I was telling my cousin, I felt like, I don't want to say that, but I'm not gonna put anything on anybody else. I just wasn't I wasn't in the right place spiritually, right? I wasn't in the right place spiritually, and so you know, we always people talk about nowadays, talk about trauma, you know, talk about trauma and everything, but I'm not gonna say that, because I'm a conqueror. I'm not a victim. I'm not gonna. I've been through some stuff, and I was in a situation where I really love this person, right? And thought she loved me, and we end up. I think it was part of the. I don't know if it was more to it than that. I never really asked that. I didn't talk to her and asked her, but I know part of it was financial, and so when she let me alone, because I besides everything else besides that, the financial part, everything else is good in my opinion. Financially, it's messed up, and you know, sometimes when you stand with somebody, there could be an influence on what you do and how your relationship is. I don't think that's what happened. Part of the reason why, but I had to ask her and talk to her and get her perspective on it. But either way, I was hurt, right? I was hurt, I was devastated. And so, fast forward to now, you know, things going well. Then all of a sudden, it's like I don't know, like my finances, something happened with my finances, like things just start happening. Like somebody put a, it's not funny, but you know, something happened, and like I just couldn't get it together. And so I was put in a situation where I'm seeing my person that I care about act a certain way, and it's feeling similar to what happened before. And so I'm getting in my own head, thinking all kind of crazy shit. Excuse my language. I said I done your fasting, but God's still working on me. I'm human, you know. Like one of the things I get to that later on. I get to that after I finish telling the story. But yeah, so I got you can get in your own mind. You get in your own head. You get in your own head and start thinking crazy. That's the enemy playing tricks on you. Your mind can play tricks on you. Your mind can get you to do whatever you program, whatever you have in your conscience, or whatever you have. What I'm trying to say, your mind is a powerful weapon. It can be used to help you, or it can use to harm you, and you can do it to yourself. But by what you're thinking and how you feeling. And so I was playing tricks on my own self, making my own self feel like these are two different people. These are the same people, and this person is not that person. And so me thinking that she's gonna leave me after all the stuff we've been through was this is a trick of the enemy. And so I ended up prostituting myself. I ended up I had somebody that I knew that was gonna get paid first they was getting paid to do pictures, and I'll tell you the whole story another time. But either way, I ain't gonna put them in it. I end up getting involved and making money doing videos, and it went out of the way. It went out of the way, and people talk, but like you ask for help from certain people, you can't ask for help for the same people all the time. And granted, they care about you and they love you. They will help you, but at a certain point, you gotta be like, damn, what's going on with you? You can't help yourself. What's going on? And that's how I was feeling. I didn't want to ask nobody for no help. And that's part of me fasting. Humility came. I had to learn to be humble and not be willing to take ownership and try to do things on my own. You know, like that's what people got. That's what God put people in your life to care about you and to help you. And I was working a couple weeks ago. I was working, and I was like talking to God and well, first let me say this. I got to the job and I was working at this place, and it's $1 million homes. And I'm going through the gate, because you gotta park a certain way, even though I wasn't driving. But you gotta park somewhere, and then you gotta walk inside the gate. And so I was walking inside the gate, and the property manager was just going off. He said, "Where are you going?" She wasn't going off, but she was like, "Where are you going?" And then Miss Susan, she was like, "Where you going?" And I told her where I was going. I said, "I'm going down here. I'm working, and I'm going down here." And she was like, "Don't ignore me. I don't like being ignored. Don't ignore me." And say, "Get out of here." Tell me to get out of the complex. Leave. And so I'm like, I did tell you. I told you where I was going. And she said, "Okay." Well, and she let me go. And then, like, as soon as I know how it goes. It's like a couple of minutes later, supervisor comes, but it's like I was working for like a temp agency. Not really my supervisor, but a temp agency, because like I say, here in South Florida, that's another whole other thing. I can get into that. But anyway, I work for a temp agency and doing construction. And so a class said I was doing construction, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But yeah, anyway, he came and say, "Hey, next time," she's the property manager. Next time, I say, "Well, just tell her where you're going," and like putting it on. I said, "Okay, no problem." I've been fasting and talking to God and everything, but anyway, that day, not that day, like maybe the day after, the next day, right? Or the same day she came and because I've been helping this guy, this older guy. I've been helping him and like talking to him, and we was like a couple days before, when I first started working at this place. I had a friend, this older guy, and talking, and helping him out and stuff like that. Just trying to be a better person overall, right? And so I was like that anyway before the fact. I always tried to help people, but anyhow, I guess that guy happened to be her wife. I happened to be her husband, and I guess he talked to her. Well, I know he talked to her, and she came to me and apologized to me, and gave me a ride, and but they ended up giving me like a electric say asked me where I live, and I told them this and that, and they gave me an electric bike because they see me walking, and they started giving me rides back and forth to help me out. So anyway, that's a blessing. And but the day they gave me the bike, I was talking to myself, talking to God rather, and just thinking about the situation that happened, like I just told you about, and saying to myself, like, because I don't really care about what people. Well, not really. I don't care what people think. That's like people can love you, they can hate you, they can despise you. It's gonna be. It is what it is. But I care about the person that I hurt. I care about my kids, my mom, and people that genuinely care about me and respect me. I care about that. And so I was thinking to myself, am I a monster? Something? What the fuck? But like I say, sometimes you can get in your own mind, and I was donating plasma, and you can only donate plasma. I'm not making excuses, but you can only donate plasma 2 times a week. And so when you're not bringing anything to the table. People can love you all they want, but they can love you to death. But when it's time to eat and the bill's trying to get paid, they're gonna feel some type of way about you not, even though they love you. Like, come on, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, and that's me. I was getting in my head too, but I know thick and thin, but I was getting in my own head, and I figured I had to make some in this kind of way, either way. And I was thinking about the streets, but jail. But anyway, that's a wrong mind frame, wrong mindset to be in. I know that now. I should have known that then. But being in a situation at the time, and not being spiritually grounded is the most important thing. And but anyway, I was thinking all that stuff, and then he called me and said, "Hey, come help me do something." I said, "What you need? Whatever you need, I'll come." He said, "Yeah, I need your help. Come help me." And so he came, and I walked with him to help him, and he gave me the bike. When he gave me the bike, I was overwhelmed. And I started crying, and because I knew I had been talking to God and asking Him, and am I a monster? Is something wrong with me? Am I a demon or something? And what's going on? And that's his way of telling me no, regardless of what you've done, you're still a child of God. You just have to talking to myself first. Take what happened, whatever happened in your life, and use it to help someone else, so that'll happen to them, and be a blessing to someone else. So I just want to come on and share that Daniel fast. Once you commit to doing it, once you commit to repenting, don't go back down that road you was on. I'm talking to myself first. So don't go back down that road you're on, and take steps toward being better every day. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Be a blessing, walk in your purpose, passion. But yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna head back. I just want to come on and share that. Fasting is good. Talking to God daily is good. Sometimes you have to deny certain things that you want. Deny them, and that only like discipline, and don't. One thing too, I realize, we're taught to dwell, live in the flesh, but we're spirits. And when you start dealing and moving in your spiritual, you see things different, and things that move different for you. So anyhow, be safe, be blessed. like I always say, tell somebody you love them, because you never know when you're going to go. You never know when they're going to go. Kiss the ones you love, because you never know when you can kiss them again. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Hope you can hear this video after it's uploaded. If not, I'll delete it and record it again, because God, everything happens for a purpose. Maybe you couldn't hear the live for a reason, and it's with me to do it this way. So, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. I'm out. Peace.